Do you ever look in the mirror and wonder who you're becoming? Not in the deep, philosophical way, but more like a craving. Something tugging at you. A question you can't ask out loud. That was me. 4 years. Until the night I made the pact. Until the scissors met the silence. And I crossed a line I never meant to come back from. I was 15 the night I cut my own hair. Not like those impulsive teenage trims you've probably seen in bathroom mirrors across the world. Not out of boredom. Not rebellion. Not even heartbreak. It was something darker. Something quieter. More intimate. Let me paint it for you. The bathroom door clicked shut behind me. I remember the sound exactly, like a lock sealing more than just air. I slid the bolt, slow, deliberate. I didn't want anyone walking in. My mother would have called it sneaky. I would have called it sacred. The light above the mirror buzzed softly. It flickered sometimes, but that night it held steady. The mirror itself was streaked from hard water and overused cleaning spray. But I could still see myself. And that was all I needed. I stood there for a long time. Hair tied loosely, falling over my shoulder in waves that I used to be proud of. But that night, they felt heavy. Not physically. Emotionally. Like they belonged to someone else. Someone playing the part of a sweet, quiet girl with good grades and a soft voice. That wasn't me anymore. That was never me. I reached into the drawer. Underneath the cotton balls and dried-up eyeliner pens was a pair of scissors. Not barber scissors, not yet, but kitchen-grade, heavy, black-handled, and sharp enough. When I picked them up, I swear I could hear my pulse in my ears. I closed my eyes, turned slowly to the mirror, and whispered. Just one piece. Just one. Of course, it wouldn't stop at one. I parted my hair with trembling fingers. Just above my shoulder. The scissors opened. Then closed. Snip. The sound, it was unreal. Like a zipper being undone at the base of my spine. Like a door creaking open inside my mind. I watched the severed lock fall, almost in slow motion, landing in the sink with a soft little plop. My breathing hitched. It wasn't the fear of getting in trouble. It wasn't regret. It was arousal. The thrill of power. Of loss. Of letting go and being in control at the same time. I cut another. Snip. Then another. Snip. Each cut was cleaner than the last. I didn't care if it looked good. I wasn't trying to give myself a style. This wasn't about fashion. It was about transformation. It was about surrendering to something that had haunted me for years. Something that crept in every time I watched a makeover video. Or when someone got bangs on a whim. Or when I saw a ponytail hacked off in some viral clip. I didn't just watch those videos. I studied them. I lived them. The way the stylist would tilt the head. The pause before the first snip. The client's nervous laugh that turned into silence. I knew I wanted to be both. The one holding the scissors, and the one losing everything. I must have cut off half my hair before I stopped. My hands were shaking. The sink was full. Strands everywhere. I looked like a girl unraveling. And maybe I was. But in the mirror. In the mirror, I looked powerful. Wild. Free. Finally mine. That's when I said it. I looked at my reflection, eyes wide, pupils blown, lips parted like I'd just confessed a secret, and I whispered. I won't hide this anymore. It was my first pact. My first promise to the version of myself I was becoming. The girl who would one day hold antique scissors in her perfectly manicured hands. The girl who would whisper into microphones about domination and submission and the sound of falling hair. The girl who would make you tremble and beg for more. But back then, she was just an idea. A silhouette in the fog. And I wanted to step into her shape, even if I didn't know how. I cleaned up quickly. Stuffed the hair into a paper towel and shoved it into the bottom of the trash can. Washed the scissors. Tied what remained of my hair into a low, choppy ponytail. It didn't matter if anyone noticed. I'd lie. I was good at lying. What mattered was that I knew. I had crossed the line. And I loved it. That night, I made a promise to myself. That no matter what the world said, no matter who tried to tame me, I would never unlearn the power of the cut. Never silence the thrill of the blade. And you? You've made it this far. You've listened. You're curious, aren't you? Curious what it felt like. Maybe you've stood in front of your mirror, too. Maybe you've wondered what would happen if you let go. Next time, I'll tell you about the detention bob. The story that got me into trouble. The story that turned me from just a girl with scissors into something far more dangerous.